Hey YouTube, JDKV97 here. It's been a while since I've done a video, but I'm going to do a deck profile of my Geargia Karakuris. And I took this to locals last Saturday. I believe it was a 5 or 6 round event, I don't remember. But I ended up going X 1-0, so I did one draw, no losses. My draw was against Agents. For some reason I still have trouble facing that deck, so I'm probably going to fix up the side deck a little bit more. Um, but it went really well. OTK'd quite a few times with this deck, and I'm pretty happy with it, so I'll just get right into it. I got the 3 armors. This is your engine for the deck. Getting these flipped up and down to add your accelerators and go off of. So it's very important to keep those on the field and get them on the field early game, which is why I bumped Geargia Arsenal up to 3. I was just playing 2 because I liked 2, but I did add 3rd just for better consistency of getting armor early game, and so that has definitely helped. So I'm now running 3 copies of that, and then of course your 3 copies of Geargia Accelerator. I'm sure by now you know how they work. And then I do run the 2 MK2s. It's not, I don't see MK2 as a necessity in the deck, but it does give you that level 3 toolbox a little bit, or rank 3 toolbox I mean, and sometimes it can help get out the armor from the grave if need be. So you know, he's just there, he's good, so I'm still keeping him in for now. Next is Birdman. I was running just 1, but having the second Birdman gives me the better chance of having it in my hand to OTK with, and if I can have an armor and an accelerator in hand, even just 1 accelerator, like an specialty accelerator, bounce it back for Birdman, special summon accelerator again, flip the armor down, sink into Bray, Bray bring out Ninpachi flip, and even just with the 1, it pluses so much off of it. So I do like the 2 Birdman. Last for the monsters is the Karakuri engine, the basic 2 Watchdog and 1 Strategist. Strategist is so good to have armor go off even more, and even if I don't need to, he can, you know, switch an opponent's monster, or switch itself if I have Barreto already on field to get that draw. So there's just so many options that you can use, and it's nice having the level 3 and 4 tuners. So that's it for the monsters. Let's see, that's 3, 5, 16 monsters, I believe. I'm not even going to count. Then I got the hand traps. 1 Gores, 1 Trag. Sorry for the glare. But yeah, you got your hand traps, just the OTK stoppers, and then around 1 Maxi. Maxi I don't feel is that great, but since I do run the 2 there, it can't help. Mostly it's just a 1-for-1. You know, if they Monster Reborn or something that I can chain it, it's at least a free draw. And then lastly, the 2 Effect Veiler. So that's all the monsters and hand traps. Go on to the spells. 11 spell cards. Pretty much kind of staple, I guess, for the Geargia decks. Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn, Book of Moon. Book of Moon's player preference, to me at least in this deck. I do like the Book of Moon just for the chance if like they Veiler my armor and it stays in attack and then they attack into it, I can book my armor so that it'll get flipped. So that's the biggest reason I use the book in this deck. Of course, book's a good card, so don't get me wrong. And then Mind Control, a lot of level 4s, so I can steal other level 4s, make rank 4s, or use with the Karakuris to sync with. Last one of it's Pot of Avarice. It's good late game. Recycle those accelerators and stuff so I can, keep on going if the game lasts that long. And then I run 2 Forbidden Lands. I know some people are running just 1, other people are running 3. I like 2. It's so versatile. That's really all I need to say about that card. And then triple Mystical Space Typhoon because I want back rows gone so that I can go off and not worry. So I like running the triple MST in this deck. So that's it for the spells. Traps. Yet the 2 Solemn Warnings. It's Solemn Warning. I don't run Judgment. I don't like Judgment. Maybe I'm just a bad player, but I never seem to know the right time to Judgment, and I'd rather not cost myself half my life points, especially. It seems like every time I would Judgment something, and then it would still just cost me the game because of paying those life points. So that's why I just keep it at the 2 warnings. 2 bottomless, stop their bigger monsters. Good against Dino Rabbits, obviously. 1 of Mirror Force and Torrential. This just punishes the bad players and overextending. I don't like Torrential in this deck for the fact of armor usually being set. But I mean, I do run the 1 copy just in case, I get over my head and the opponent swarms the field and I need to, clear it. The 2 Compulse is just so good. Gets rid of the big beaters that I can't get over. Gets over the Spirit Reaper and Zen Mains, things like that. And I also like it for if they Dark Hole or something, I can bounce my armor back. 2 Deep Prisons and 1 Starlight Road. So that's the main deck. It's a 43 card deck actually, but it doesn't cause any problems being that many cards for me. Here for the extra deck, I've got only 3 rank 3s because MK2 is the only way I'm getting into it, or bouncing back whatever MK2 does for Birdman's the only way I'm going to have 2 level 3s. So they're not too important to have more than that. Zen Mains is just, your Staller and Tempo, they get over their Exceed monsters. And Soul of Silver Mountain, I believe, is just so good in this deck. The fact that he can freeze back row is awesome. Plus the fact that I'd never really have a problem being able to have a monster that this can attack over to use its second effect and special summon one of my earth monsters from my graveyard, whether it's a Geargia or one of my synchros. So Soul of Silver Mountain, I love it. Now for the rank 4s, Saturday. This card right here won me like 2 games and helped me get over so many things. Got a Thunder King out of the way, I got Zen Mains out of the way, I got a Spirit Reaper out of the way, and something else, but I mean this card, I am loving this card right now. So I got number 50 Black Ship, Photon Pap. I was thinking about taking this out because I do have the Braves that can switch battle positions, so I can use those. But for now it's staying in just because if I can't synchro, I can easily exceed into this to get over those defense monsters. Only 1 Geargia X. In this deck I really don't need more than 1, and half the times I don't even go into him. I usually swarm with the Karakuris, but there are some times where I just don't get the right pieces in my hand, and I need him just to keep a machine in my hand. Plus, if I have already used MK2, he can use the second effect to just stall a little bit more. 1 Gaga Cowboy. I've really only brought him out once or twice. He can get over the higher beat sticks, and sometimes having that extra 800 burn is pretty nice. So I'm liking him right now. He's kind of in place of Utopia. I like Utopia, but I don't. I think I'd rather play the Cowboy than Utopia. Got Got my stroke. My stroke's just there to stall and get over those high attack, low defense monsters. And then lastly is the Shockmaster. He can go into very easily, but I do rarely summon him. Only when I fear their back row or Gores or something will I go into Shockmaster. Because I usually would rather, go into something else, but he's there if I need him. So that's all the exceeds for the Synchros. I have one Black Rose Dragon, two Karakuri Berets. He's pretty much the MVP of the deck. The fact that when he's summoned, bringing out another, and then being able to switch battle positions is really nice. So he can pretty much get over just about dang near anything. By switching its position, I can get over its attack or defense. One Beret though, that's all I need. He's just there to keep the Karakuris coming out from the deck, and getting the extra draw is nice. One Scrap Dragon, just in case I need his effect to get over something, and then one Stardust. Most of the time I've OTK'd and swarmed, I will end up having a field looking like this, having two Berets, a Bereto, and a Stardust. So that's pretty hard to get over. So that's it for the extra deck. I know this is becoming a long video. Got the side deck here. The side deck was kind of thrown together last minute, but ended up working out really nice. I got the two Fossil Dynas. A lot of times, game 2 or 3, you set a monster, and they just think it's going to be an armor, and they'll swarm the field and think, oh, I can attack over the armor, and it'll be gone, and they attack into the Fossil Dyna and blows up their field. So Fossil Dyna is just really good as a side deck in this card. One Electric Virus, just for the mirror match mostly, also for the random dragons, but it's really good being able to steal their gear frames or their Geargias if it's a mirror match. Also system down against the mirror match, just to remove all of their machines off the field and grave. Oh, excuse me. One Soul Taker, just to get over those random things that you need to get out of the way, and didn't face any heroes or anything that I needed this for, so that never got brought in. One Leech in the Light. I do have a Light Imprisoning Mirror in here. It used to be 2, but I took one Light Imprisoning out and put this in, because while negating their light effects are good, Leeching the Light can help me get over their Hyperion or the BLS or any of those high beat sticks. This card right here single-handedly won me at least 4 games on Saturday. I sided in against everything, and it helped with everything. I played against X-Sabers, Vylons, Frogs, and what was the other one? I forget. But this card has been so good, I almost feel like I should main it just like the Dino Rabbits have started doing. Because I would side out my hand traps, side that in. I also do run one different dimension ground as a chainable 1-turn macro. I sided this in, never drew it, but it's good too, especially against Dark Worlds. But I would side those in, side out the hand traps, side in the 2 Fiendish Chains since I'm losing my effect failures, or just in case there's a really heavy effect monster deck and I need more monster negations. One Shadow and one Light, just for anything light or dark. Those are there. One Needle Ceiling, windups or other decks that swarm heavy. If I just have my armor set, flip this, their monsters die and my armor sits there safe. And then one Trap Stun just for the trap heavy decks. I'd rather side this Trap Stun in than a Dust Tornado. Also, which is nice too, is if I know I'm going to swarm, I can flip this in my standby and go ahead and swarm, and then I don't have to fear gores. Rather, if I had popped their back row, then they're able to drop their gores. So that was the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry for being so long. And hopefully I can get some more videos up soon. I'm going to try to figure out how to get Dueling Network videos on. This is also my new mat. Like this mat, picked it up off eBay. Also picked up this Orca. You can see it's Pada Everest. I have a card trooper that should be coming in the mail too, so I'd like to show you guys that when that comes in. I've gotten some new cards. Got a bunch of Astral packs from that tournament. Kind of show you guys real quick. Nothing real interesting yet. Got some Secret Light and Darkness dragons. Got a Karakuri D. But these right here I picked up, and I'm happy to finally have these. The Turbo Pack Ulti Thunder Kings. So those are really nice. Picked up my second Ulti Trags, and I've got 2 of them. And pulled the Debris Dragon from the Astral Pack. So you got an Ulti Debris Dragon. Also got an Ulti Caius. You guys see it there, I don't know if I can take him out. Ultra Card Troopers. The Super Kakamusha, Super Funful Fire Dog. Got some Harpy stuff for those looking for Harpies. If you're looking for herpes, another Secret Book of Moon extra. Kept pulling mass changes, so I got plenty of super mass changes. Got a super terraforming. Anything else? Plenty more Harpies Hunting Grounds. Got 1 Hysteric Party left. And yep, that's about it. So don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Please, please leave some comments. Give me some feedback on the deck. I'm hoping to run this at the next regionals, and I'm hoping to do well with it. It's been testing very well. Dueling Network not so much, but it's Dueling Network, so I can't go by that. So yeah, I'm at 18 minutes, and I will see you guys later.